Hello and welcome to another episode of Dashboard Dialogue, sponsored by DealersLink. As usual, my name is Sam Flecker and I'm your host, and today I'm joined by Randy Roberts. Randy is a crucial member of our sales team in the Southeast region, and he has a variety of accolades under his belt. He was the youngest franchise owner for Nissan, and he served on the board of a variety of automotive organizations and brands. We're super excited to have him on our show today. Randy, how are you doing today?
Doing awesome. How about you?
I am doing great. Thanks so much for joining us. So let's get right into it. You know, as usual, we ask what was your first car. So
My first car was a Scout.
A Scout?
International Scout.
Oh, wow.
That goes way back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my first car was a Scout. I'm a big outdoorsman, hunting, fisherman.
Awesome.
So that was my first. And then my second one was a CJ Scrambler Jeep.
How old were you about when you got it?
I was 18 when I got my Scout.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, along those lines, how did you get started in the automotive industry?
Well, I got started in the automotive industry by my father. He was one of Nashville dealers' best friends, and he would always buy his Oldsmobiles and stuff from him. So we introduced me to him, and he asked me to. He wanted to get me in the car business, and I said I didn't want to be a car salesman, you know. So one thing led to another, and I started selling cars for him.
Like father, like son.
And then Mr. McAdams took me under his wing as a mentor.
Nice.
And made me work every department.
Yeah.
And that's how I got started.
Awesome.
And that's where the love started for the business.
Yeah. Awesome.
Was that. Yeah. So I started in 1985 and then bought my first store in 97.
Wow.
100% by myself.
Nice.
So that's how the passion just grew and grew. So from
Very
his
cool.
mentorship. So.
Yeah. Kind of seems like the pattern with a lot of people at, DealersLink are just in the automotive industry. You know, as soon as they get into it, they just know it's there.
You know if it's for you or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes from the gut.
Yeah.
It does.
That's awesome.
So.
Sweet. So going from there, how did you get involved with DealersLink specifically?
So a counterpart of mine from a previous job introduced me to Travis, and we got to talking, and Travis asked me to come on board, so I did.
Nice.
So we have the same passion for the business, and it was really a great fit for what I had done prior to DealersLink. And then, DealersLink reminded me of Dealer Track. When I first started with Dealer Track, it was a small company, then it grew.
Yeah.
But DealersLink is, I would say, more passion.
Okay. Yeah.
And more team oriented.
Yeah.
And that's the reason.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So, you were more on the sales side of our program, obviously. Mm-hmm. So what would you say your biggest triumph has been in your career, and then your biggest challenge that you faced? Maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be with DealersLink, just kind of in general.
My biggest triumph I would say, when I bought my Nissan store was putting processes in place so the employees, it benefits them to take their self to the next level.
Yeah.
How can I help them make more money and provide for their family better?
Yeah.
And those are the things that I put in place. And you could take an average guy that was 8 to 10 cars a month, and within 6 or 8 months, he's done 15 to 18 cars a month.
Yeah.
And that triumph to me is, how can I help somebody else be better?
Definitely.
And that's
great.
been my passion even today.
Yeah. I agree. And that's kind of something that a lot of all of us share at DealersLink as well.
It is. And it's just the teamwork orientation. Or not orientation, but the teamwork dynamic concept, that we have it here at DealersLink.
Yeah. It's awesome. I love that part about the company. So, and then biggest challenge, what would you say? Or just kind of...
Biggest challenge, I think, in the car business today is change.
Yeah.
Whether it's an employee or whether it's a GM or an owner, I think change is, it takes time for them to accept the change.
Yeah.
But once they accept the change, they become more profitable. They become more at ease.
Yeah.
They free up 2 or 3 hours a day of their time. And those are the things what makes DealersLink. On our marketplace, everybody's used to buying cars at the auction.
Yeah.
But when you go in, you really show the dealer and consult with the dealer on the different changes that they can make on the marketplace of buying. And then they start buying 20, 30, 40 cars a month. Buy fees or sell fees, and we're saving them $20,000 a month. Those are the things that really make the change.
Definitely.
With DealersLink too. So
I've entered the industry a little more recently, obviously. It's something I've just learned is car dealers, automotive people working in automotive always have to adapt, man. And that's something I've noticed. Just industry conditions. Always some of the busiest people I've ever met for sure. So building off of that, you've been with DealersLink for a while. You've been in the industry for a while. What kind of motivates you to keep going every day, to keep charging forward?
My passion is, how do we help dealers be more successful? And then when we think that process, we think, how do we make their managers be more successful? Because if we can show them how to save money and make money at the same time, that increases the dealer's profit, but it also increases the manager's profits as well.
Definitely. That's I think it's really cool how you guys are all motivated by you guys are car dealers in the past. That's what really keeps our company moving forward, is just made for dealers by car dealers. So I think that's really cool. Because you've experienced it all firsthand, correct? So
that's correct. And and we share our ups and downs with other dealers. We go in all the time. They ask us, well, what's working? What are other dealers doing? And we'll share different things with those dealers based on what they're asking for. But it's just the passion to help people be successful.
Awesome. So would you mind telling us a bit about the region that you're operating in? You're in the Southeast, based out of...
So I'm in the Southeast region. I cover Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, and Florida. But we have a great bunch of dealers. The dealers in the Southeast are pretty close-knit. There's not a lot of bigotry between them. They're always asking, what's the Birmingham dealer doing, or what's the Nashville dealer doing, or what's the Little Rock dealer doing. And we just have that camaraderie, between the dealers, and really you have a ton of communication between the siblings of the dealers. Now we're seeing the next generation come into the dealership. So you're seeing those guys come aboard. And I've known some of them since they were kids, and they play with my kids, and they call me Uncle Randy. And
love that.
But it's just they'll pick up the phone and say, hey, what about this? But I think it's just a closeness, and not saying that other parts of the country are not close, but I've been in the Southeast since '85, and that's my experience. In those dealers.
I could definitely see that. That's awesome. Big community aspect, which is really
it's good.
Cool. So going off of that, what kind of advice would you have for people that are looking to break into the industry now, kind of the newcomers, next generation? What would you have to say to them?
I would advise them to find a successful mentor. And latch on to them. I've mentored up to 30 people at one time.
Wow.
And there's different stages of mentorship, and all that is find you a mentor, because the car business changes daily. And the way it has been since COVID, we have to find cars. We don't want to spend all our money at the auctions. There's different ways to run dealerships than it was 2 years ago.
So it's no mystery right now that dealers are having to deal with a lot of kind of interesting conditions right now. We've got the inventory shortage, high demand. We've got some supply chain issues. What advice would you have for dealers, be it in your region, any part of the U.S., kind of to deal with these conditions, keep their dealership running strong?
My suggestion is look at every technology platform, so we can look and see if we can acquire more inventory. I think DealersLink, I know DealersLink has the best marketplace for used car inventory. I had a dealer call me Saturday and told me that he had bought 85 cars.
Wow. It's a lot of cars.
Well, yeah, and you know, he was just, he called me and says thank you so much.
Yeah,
so you know,
awesome.
and he's been on the platform, and he's one of our highest marketplace buyers. But you need to, whether it's, you know, we always don't have to go to the auctions.
Yeah.
There's other sources for vehicles.
Yep.
You know, and there's these new players that's came into the market in the past 24 months. But there again, you know, there's buy fees and sell fees.
Yeah.
Our whole thing as a dealer is, how do we eliminate the buy fees and sell fees?
Yeah.
And do we buy it? How much overbook or underbook can we buy it? Well, there's nothing on DealersLink's platform that's over clean book.
Yeah.
And, you know, 90% of the cars are frontline ready.
Yeah.
They're just aged cars that they're not moving at this particular dealer, but they would move at this dealer 25 miles away.
Yeah.
So our marketplace gives the dealer the availability to locate, search, buy, sell, navigate through our analytics process on what's your top 10 used cars that are selling there, and where I go get them at on the stocking report. So if you don't have a technology-driven platform that's per store, then it's actually going to cost you, my gut says it will cost you 15 to 20 deals a month because you're not carrying the right inventory. I had a dealer call me Friday and he says DealersLink is the hidden gem in the car business today.
It's awesome.
And this is a dealer that's been in the car business 45 years.
Wow.
He said your system,
do it all then,
everybody should be using it.
Yeah.
Everybody should be using it.
It's pretty essential in today's day and age, you know, to have a data-driven kind of approach to your, not just in car dealing, but, you know, especially in car dealerships, you need to have that data to back everything up and be able to understand the market. And you can't do it without some kind of platform. So
you can't do it. I mean, you just can't do it. And it has to be the right platform. One thing about DealersLink, all of us at DealersLink are car guys. Exactly. You know, we all think in that same tank.
Yeah.
You know, and we're constantly improving. Yeah. You know, if you're not improving monthly, then you're falling behind. So we do a really good job of suggestions from the dealers. If there's something that the dealer wants, he can put it in the suggestion box, and we'll do it on first come, first served basis, and then we launch it out to the rest of the dealers on the platform. Yeah. So everybody gets to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and that's that community aspect we were kind of discussing earlier, you know, so how everyone's kind of helping each other succeed and helping each other understand the market, which is awesome. So.
It is. It is. Here's another example. I had a dealer in Mississippi, 2 dealers in Mississippi, and they've always been rivals.
Yeah.
But they're like 80 miles apart. You know, we've all had that scenario.
Yeah.
But they both signed on Marketplace. Guess what now? Now they're 2 best friends. They exchange 20 to 25 cars a month.
Wow. That's a great
You know what I mean?
You know? Yeah.
So it's not only, you know, it brings your, you know, you'll have 10 or 12 dealers in your marketplace group within 200 miles that you'll do your business with. I mean, it's just consistent that way.
That's awesome.
It's just a way of bringing the dealers together. Yeah. You know, we're helping each other out. We're helping the dealer be more profitable.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Well, you know, I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but thanks so much for coming on. What do you like to do in your free time when you're out here in Colorado visiting?
Hunting and fishing. Yeah. I'm a big fly fisherman.
Awesome.
Hunt elk, deer.
Nice.
So that's what we do. My family's a big hunter. My wife's a huge fisherman. She's a bigger fisherman than I am.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So,
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I'll call her. I'll go, what are you doing? She goes, I'm fishing. I gotta go, you know. So, but no, I enjoy it. I've been doing that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I used to be a big duck hunter.
Awesome.
But no, I enjoy it, and I enjoy hunting and fishing with my buddies, and everybody here at DealersLink's outdoorsman. So I really love that too.
I tend to agree. Yeah, that's awesome. It's another thing that we all share here. So
yeah,
great.
Yeah,
well,
I love it.
Thanks so much for coming on, Randy. It's great to meet you. Great to have you on, and we'll see you soon.
Been my pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Dashboard Dialogues podcast. We'll be back with another episode for you guys soon. In the meantime, check out our YouTube page for all of our previous episodes, or you could also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, or SoundCloud. Also, be sure to follow DealersLink on social media on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.